Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
Welcome to the party, pal. Your Philly Neighborhood Master of Chaos here. It is episode 5 of Strictly Splatter Reviews. Let me introduce my co-host, the always energetic Brother Chaos. How are you, sir?
How's everybody?
I think everybody's doing okay. I see Pussy Chaos is joining us as well.
Yeah,
Hopefully he doesn't.
He always gets excited when I'm filming videos. I don't know why. I guess it's a change of for habit. So I guess yeah.
No, I think that's great that Pussy gets excited. Okay, TC. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, man, what's up?
So I see you're wearing a Punisher, and what's the shirt? Woody Allen?
No, it's not Punisher. No, not Woody Allen either.
What the hell? Okay, what is
This
it?
is Darby Allen. Darby Allen. He's a
Is that a leprechaun?
He's a wrestler. No, he's not a leprechaun. That's the weirdest combination of people you've.
I mean, I
That's
wouldn't be surprised if you're wearing a Woody Allen shirt. Like, fine, cool, man.
a Woody Allen shirt. Yeah.
And it says, where are the white women at? You know, I think that'd be great. I think that'd be great. Are you familiar with what happened to Woody Allen, BC?
No, I'm not.
So he had a adopted daughter, from
Asian, I believe.
Korea,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Mhm.
Anyway, she had an adopted daughter. He raised this girl from I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old she was. Maybe when she was 8 or whatever.
Yeah, she was young.
And
yeah.
then, as soon as she was, hopefully, at least allegedly, when she was legal age, they started to have an affair, and he left his wife for his adopted daughter. Isn't that nuts?
That
sounds
really
like
crazy, man. That's
like one of his
insane.
movies.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
sick, man.
That is a very bizarre. So maybe next week we'll do all Woody Allen movies. But Jesus Christ. Anyway, off topic. But Chris is in the chat. Hello, Chris. Let me see.
Yeah, what's up?
Moving a little slow on my end. Sorry about that. Chris is there. Hello. Brian Sanchez. What's up, man? Hope
Hey, what's
you
up?
are well. Chris says, gonna finally watch Monster Man. I have number 2 out of 500. You got 2? I don't even.
Wow.
I still don't even have mine yet. I know what movie 1 got his. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoy it. Just know going in, it was done right out of film school, and we knew we weren't making Citizen Kane, but it was pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close. Yeah.
And these 2 guys were instrumental in making that movie happen. So our copies are
It
coming
was a
soon,
good
guys.
time.
No problem. What happened?
I remember your mom made all the outfits.
She did. She did
Mhm.
indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plastic Static says, I love the Monster Man and the bonus doc. Everyone should pick it up. Oh, I'm so glad
cool.
to hear that. I appreciate that very much.
No.
I'm glad you dug it.
BC is not happy about this.
No, Pussy Chaos is crazy.
Yeah. And now you've got your first headline. BC yells at pussy. There we go. Okay. So tonight we had to change up because we were gonna do Blackcoat's daughter, but we all couldn't get it. So I switched it up for, what's soon to be everybody's new favorite movie, Baby Frankenstein. But we'll discuss that when we get to it, and it may be right now. And this is how we will decide. I'm gonna bring up the wheel. The person it lands on will be the person that picks our first movie, and we'll continue forward that way. So there's a little bit of a drama. So tonight we're doing Baby Frankenstein, Absurd, the Joe D'Amato movie, and Hell House LLC, the first one, not the director's cut, which I didn't realize was a thing.
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, maybe we should talk about who picked what. So I picked Baby Frankenstein. BC, what did you pick?
I picked Absurd.
And Hell House is mine.
BC? Hell House is yours. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, when you picked Hell House, I was literally
Yeah.
halfway through watching it with Little Master.
Oh.
So I like, oh,
Okay.
perfect. Great.
Okay, cool. All right.
Great one.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Who's gonna go first?
Again?
Oh, here we go.
All right.
TT.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, look at that!
before
I got
you tell
fireworks.
Before you tell us which one you're going to go with, I want to point you guys in the direction of the Cabin in the Woods Film Festival. I will be hosting a panel here. It is happening towards the end of August. I'm putting the link in the chat. Go check it out. There is an in-person actual Cabin in the Woods Film Festival. It's happening in Washington, but there's also a virtual component which I will be a part of. So if you're interested in checking out some unique little films that hardly get any airtime, go at least check out the website and see if that's something that interests you and something you'd find entertaining. That's happening August 20th to the 24th, online and in person. But go check out Cabin in the Woods Film Festival. All right, let me remove the wheel. And okay, TC, where do we go? Where do we start?
Well, I don't recall if we did this before, but do we now go with the person's movie who's runs up on the table, or do I pick whichever one?
You can pick whichever one you want.
Okay, I guess I'll just go with mine. Hell House.
All right, Hell
Keep it
House.
uniform.
Why don't you? You know what I should do, and I don't think YouTube will be too much of a bitch on this, but you never can tell. I'm gonna put this on IMDb, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the plot?
Well, basically, Hell House is about a group of friends who have done haunts in different parts of the country, I guess, and now they found a new spot. Unfortunately, the spot they've chosen is actually haunted. So that's when the madness ensues.
And this is a found footage film. For those of you who don't.
It's a found footage, yeah.
All right, well, go ahead, kick it off. What did you think?
Okay, well, it wasn't my first time watching it. The movie had been on my radar since it came out, but I never got around to watching it. And it just so happens, I think it was last Halloween season, I came across it on Tubi, and it had already had, I think 2 sequels. So I went ahead and did I kind of marathoned it, and now they got another sequel coming out too. And I really liked it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for found footage stuff, or at least good ones. I know there's ones that are not that good, but I really enjoyed them. As far as the series goes, I think when it gets towards the end, it goes a little bit off the rails a little bit, but overall, I enjoyed this movie and the sequels.
Okay, see, that's interesting. I think I may have seen the second one, but I didn't realize that there's 4 now.
Yeah, I think the new one is a prequel because it says Origins, so I think it's a prequel of sorts. I'm not sure.
And you're saying have you seen the newest one?
No, that's the only one I haven't seen yet. I think it came out last year, but I haven't seen it anywhere, so I haven't been able to watch it.
Gotcha. Are you interested in getting that box set? I think Umbrella's putting it out.
You know, maybe at a good price, I would consider it. I'd actually been wanting to, since I just rewatched the first one, I'd like to go back and watch the other ones again, and then I guess I'll make my decision then. But I do remember when I saw
the first one. Is this the first one?
This is the first one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I thought I said Ryan O'Neal for a minute. These are pretty interesting. Now, in terms of found footage in general, you say you're a sucker for them, which means I assume you watch plenty of them?
Yeah, I mean, your Blair Witches, your Paranormal Activities, there's all kinds of, the VHSs that are not really, they're not really found footage. Well, in a way, they are, I guess. So, I mean, I've seen several. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean Blair Witch is absolutely found footage.
Yeah, no, that I know. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I have sort of a love hate relationship with found footage. But
Yeah, I know.
BT, opening thoughts on Hell House Part One.
Well, found footage could either be good or bad. I guess that goes with most genres. My this is like my favorite type of found footage movies are the wreck movies from Spain. I think those are fantastic, all of
Those are
them.
great. Yeah.
This movie was was okay. Um, Shackle Chaos already said a synopsis. I think it's cool that the house is haunted and there's a big mystery about what exactly happened. That they put supposedly a gag order on people not to talk about what happened because
Hmm.
it's the night of the opening and people are killed and things go crazy, right?
Yeah, they do
Mm-hmm.
expand on it more in the sequels as far as the background of what happened.
Mm.
Yeah.
And one of the positive things that I did like about this movie was that it jumps back to the initiation, the preparations for
Mm.
making the haunted house.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was cool how it spent some time with a group of friends, getting the props together, getting the actors together that are gonna play in the haunted house. I thought that was cool. It has some creepy parts, but in my opinion, not enough.
Hmm.
The clown doll that supposedly can't move his head, but then it does, and that's one of the indications of the haunted hijinks that's going on there. I thought that was pretty cool. The ending I thought could have been a little bit more exciting because usually horror movies have really big climactic endings or something really crazy happens, and in
Hmm.
this one, it's good, but I thought it could have been better. So the group of friends were cool. I liked the preparation for the haunted house, and that's pretty much it. I thought it was decent. That's my thoughts on Hell House LLC.
All right. Very good. Opening thoughts for me. I tend to give found footage a lot of chances. I watch as much. I think one of the best found footage movies that not many people talk about, but it's fantastic, is The Bay,
Oh
directed
yeah,
by, I forget who. There's a big director who made that. That movie is
that one's
awesome,
good. Yeah, yeah,
really damn good.
yeah.
This one has a great concept, which hooked me in. Halloween's right around the corner. I've already got my tickets to multiple haunted houses already. I love haunted houses. I love all that stuff. So to see a behind the scenes of them building a haunt event is fun as hell.
Hmm.
So that makes me happy. The problem I have with this movie though is that beyond some of the spooky stuff that kind of happens with the clown doll moving around and not being where it should be, I was like, wait, who's wearing the costume? Wait, there's nobody else wearing the costume. What's going on?
Hmm.
All that stuff is just kind of there in the background. The focus of the movie is the turmoil and the interpersonal communication between the friends,
Right.
um, and that kind of suffers from inauthentic acting, where they don't feel like they feel like actors, and I think that's the
Right.
biggest thing when you're watching a found footage movie. You want to believe these are human beings, that they're not actors who probably just met a week ago or are acting like the best of friends.
Like more
Here I
natural, more
did,
natural.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There was something lacking there. The performances for me.
Hmm.
So that first, I don't know, 40 minutes for me was a little rough because I'm like, ugh, I don't know. I just really don't like this group.
Yeah.
Like a good example of Scream. That I always kind of lean on that as my examples. That's a really good friend group. Yeah, two of them are murderers, but
Oh, thanks.
um, they all hang out. You don't know which two if you haven't seen it. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say who, but but that's a good group, and they feel like
Right.
they grew up together and they know each other, and it feels very like relaxed. There's a
Right.
relaxed quality to it of them just being, like
Hmm.
how we hang out. Just really, it's all relaxed. It doesn't feel
Hmm.
like anybody's
Forced.
performing.
Right.
Here it felt like everybody was performing.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I know
girlfriend's
what you
kind
mean.
of sad. Oh, this guy's kind of pissed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my haunted house. Dude,
Yeah.
we gotta shut it down. We gotta shut. It felt like it was too heightened for
Yeah. I
me
know
for
what
the
you mean.
performances.
I know what you mean.
That's where it falls apart. And then the pacing really suffers in that first half.
Mm.
The second half, when shit goes crazy, that's chaotic and insane. And I'll save my thoughts on that for the second round. But that definitely improves the movie quite a bit. And there's some really creepy moments in that that I think do eventually redeem the movie. But I felt like that first half, where it was just character stuff, lost me a bit, unfortunately.
Well, I like to say that I guess it's typical with a found footage movie for whatever action is going on in the screen to move really fast. But that's one of the things that kind of lost me, because in this movie, the camera moves like really, really fast,
Hmm.
and towards the end, I didn't know what was going on exactly.
Even when the people were
I
running out of the house and it was going back and forth, that kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they had different cameras, so they kept bouncing between the different things. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, Barry Levinson directed The
Oh,
Bay.
right.
That's a good example of a movie that can be hectic, but you still fucking see what's happening.
Okay.
Wasn't Cloverfield that had a bunch of issues with people in the theaters that they actually put warnings at the box office if people get sick or whatever? I think I
I
remember that
believe so.
happening.
I know Blair Witch as well. People were getting sick
Yeah.
in Blair Witch.
Yeah, I remember people saying that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Mondo is in the chat. What's up, Mondo? Hope you're well,
Hey.
buddy.
What's up, man?
Mondo.
He sends in a recommendation. He says, just watched It Exists, Bigfoot found footage, and it was pretty decent. All right. I feel like I've seen that. I tend to watch a lot of the Bigfoot found footage. There's one that was made by Bobcat, and you would think it'd be fucking crazy, but it was so boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, disappointing. All right. Let's do final thoughts and barrel and drops rating. Not barrel. Skulls. Coffins.
Okay.
What it is.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I agree with what you said, MC, about it being a little bit, I guess, sluggish in the beginning. And I mean, like the first time I saw it, I guess I felt the same way. Like I was kind of like, I don't mind that it's a little bit, that it builds, but sometimes, you don't want it to build too slowly. So I get what you mean. But I guess, like you said, also it did redeem it. I mean, it redeemed itself when things started to pick up and things started to get crazy. But overall, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. Like I said, I saw sequels, and I do remember liking the sequels. I want to rewatch them, but I do remember liking the overall story. I think I'm gonna give it. What did you guys rate up to 5? Right? I forget. Is it 5 the max?
Yeah,
up to 5.
I think I'll go ahead and give it. I know this was my pick, but it's not like the best found footage movie. Just the same. But I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
Because I just really enjoyed it. Like I said, this is my second time watching it, and I want to rewatch the sequels. So I found it to be a little bit. I think it's a little more enjoyable when you see it again. At least for me, it was.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's got a whole franchise behind it too.
Yeah, it surprised me, but yeah.
These are easy to make, and they cost like maybe $20.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you without giving anything away, but it's not like the sequels are like a little too like God. I mean, it does connect. Everything connects. So, some folks that you'll see in this movie, you might see them later on. Is all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, blood ratings.
Blood. There wasn't. I mean, there was blood there, but it wasn't too blood heavy. Maybe 2. Because I mean, there was blood, but I don't recall being that that heavy. Maybe it could have been the lighting. I guess I don't know.
All right, breasts and beasts. Come on, you know how it goes. The 3 Bs.
there really wasn't much. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the breast part. I guess the only real good part with that was the one scene with the guy and his girlfriend in the room. The friend like kind of like sneaks in with the camera and catches him in the moment of just
And you see her butt.
up.
You see her
So,
butt.
yeah, so there's really not much there. So there's that, and at the end, the girl when the shirt is cut open, there's that too. So just a 2 on that one. Beasts, which would be the ghosts in this case. Um, I'll give it a 3 because I like. There's something that I thought were pretty creepy, so I'll give it a 3 on the beasts.
All right, BC.
Okay, coffins. I'm gonna give it 2 coffins because I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Like the concept, like you said, is definitely interesting. Halloween is coming up, and I like. I guess I'm weird, but I like the beginning of the movie. The first 40 minutes were fine with me.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just
It wasn't bad, yeah. But so yeah, two coffins, blood. I think I maybe 1 or 2 blood scenes. So I'm gonna give it a 2. Breasts, I'm gonna give 0 because yes, it has the sexy girl with a shirt cut open, but
Mhm.
there's no nudity. So
No.
I'm gonna give breasts a 0. And beasts, I think I'm gonna go with a 2 because the haunted hijinks were kind of fun, not as much
Mhm.
as I expected, but that's that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and where do you stand on found footage in general, BC?
Um, like I said, it could be good or it could be bad. Um, I thought Blair Witch was okay. I think it's overrated. Um, I like the wreck movies, like I mentioned earlier from
Mhm.
Spain. I've seen a couple of the VHS movies. The first ones were really good.
Mhm.
So I guess where I stand on found footage movies are 50-50. I'm neither crazy about them and I'm neither like hating them. So I'd watch one if someone recommended it to me. So if someone says, "Hey,
Mhm.
watch this. It's a found footage movie. It's good." I'll
Mhm.
check it out.
Okay, great. I predict that we won't agree on any of these three movies. I have a feeling that our scores will be all over the map, but
Mhm.
that'll be very fun. Hell House for me, I'm gonna go with three coffins. I think it's just okay.
Mhm.
The ending, there are some creepy moments, like I said in the first half with the clown stuff. And then towards the end, it gets a little too chaotic to really,
Mhm.
you know, feel what's going on. It just kind of feels a little too wild.
Mhm.
But then you get to the ending, which we won't spoil here, and there's certainly more to it. And I found it interesting for the most part, but not amazing. So three coffins, it's just okay for me. But I do think people should check it out. I don't think it's one of those forgettable movies, especially because it has a legacy now. So I think it's definitely something to track down.
You think you'll watch the
Blood,
sequels or?
yeah. I mean, I know I watched part two, but I definitely will watch the other ones
Mhm.
eventually. Maybe for the season now. We'll see. I'm not gonna buy that box set though, but I can see people really loving that. Blood, a 2, breast 0, and beasts. That clown was pretty creepy, but we didn't really see much of what was going on, so I'm wavering between I'm gonna go with the 2. I'm gonna go with the 2 for beasts. It's I think it's your typical found footage movie to a point, and then
Mhm.
it does offer a few interesting distractions. but I think overall it has that feeling of been there, done that, and it doesn't, in my opinion, necessarily leave a a huge impression. Like, oh man, I loved it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's people who were, but maybe it's just that kind of filmmaking. But
Right.
yeah, it's okay. 3 coffins for me. All right, that has been Hell House LLC. Now there is a director's cut. Have you seen that, TC? Do you know what that's about?
I haven't seen it. I was tempted to, but I read on it, and apparently it's a couple of things. It's got some deleted scenes, some like a walkthrough of the actual hotel. So I guess it has like its special features like tied up into it. It's kind of weird. I haven't seen it yet, but that's what the description said. So it almost feels like the movie with a couple of deleted scenes and then a couple of behind the scenes things.
Very
It's
weird.
like, it's like 2 hours and something.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Oxtub, thank you so much. I appreciate that. He says, hell yeah, Chaos Crew love these guys. Well, we love you back, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate your generosity. All right, let's see who goes next. 2 movies left. Well, I know what I'm picking. All right, I'm pretty sure BC's gonna pick. All right, Beast, what are you going with?
Okay, let's go with Baby Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Damn it, that was my pick.
Let's go with it.
You said we could pick any movie.
I know, but yeah. All right, baby motherfucking Frankenstein. Oh yeah.
Baby, Jesus.
Okay, go ahead, BC. Kick it off. Tell us about Baby Frankenstein.
Okay, a new family moves into a house on the block, and they have this neighbor that's kind of like a mild-mannered but really nice guy that likes Halloween, and he's putting up decorations. And the family, the son, finds it inside the house, a room that's locked. So he breaks the lock, and he finds something covered in a white sheet. So he takes the sheet off, and it's Baby Frankenstein.
It's a white sheet, all right.
I think it was played by a little person.
Yeah.
And
it looks nothing like that.
No.
He I think it seems to be a robot of some kind, and I guess him messing around presses a button on the robot and turns it on, and he comes to life, and it notifies the robotics company that created him that the experiment the specimen has been activated. So now we have this government type guy, which is not government. He works for the company the robotics company that created Baby Frankenstein. So he's trying to track him down, but the young guy that found Baby Frankenstein becomes friends with the lady neighbor, which is around his age, and they go on kind of like a family-friendly excursion around town. But the menace is his mother's boyfriend is like this crazy hunter that supposedly there's a reward money for anybody that finds Baby Frankenstein. So he's also trying to track down the Baby Frankenstein robot. And I thought it was gonna be a horror film, but it's not. It's a family film, and I enjoyed it. I want to say I enjoyed it, and I'm not a big there are some family movies that I do enjoy, like Babe. I thought that was really good, but I thought this one was fun, and I'm surprised it's barely talked about. Like on what do you call it, on Letterboxd, it doesn't have an official rating yet because not enough people have seen it.
You're surprised?
Yeah, I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was a fun
Yeah.
movie. So those are my thoughts on Baby Frankenstein. It's a
Mm,
fun movie, fun
yeah.
family movie.
All right. I'll go next. To be honest, when I picked this, I'm like, oh my fucking god, this is gonna be so fucking stupid. And yes, 100% BC. I thought this was gonna be a horror movie. I thought this was gonna. I mean, look at the fucking poster. You're gonna get this little like dwarf creature chasing you around, eating people, wearing people's skin. Who knows what the hell he's gonna be up to?
Yeah.
But what we end up getting is basically ET. It's ET.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have right down to the fucking costume. He wears a ghost, a fucking ghost costume. I mean, it's ET, with a dwarf in green makeup. You know, it's ET meets kind of Goosebumps. It had that Goosebumps feel to me.
Yeah.
I got, you know, I didn't hate it. I was actually kind of charmed by it. I absolutely went in thinking this is gonna be a big piece of shit, and it turned out to be a really, you know, am I gonna watch it, you know, every year around this time? Am I gonna recommend it to people? No, not necessarily. But if people ask about it, I'll say, you know, it actually wasn't bad. You know, if you liked E.T., Goonies, you know, if you grew up in the 80s, I think you'll find something, you know, that, you know, in that era of Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark. It's not a horror movie whatsoever. I will say, I don't think he's... Yeah, not a horror movie at all, so they trick you there. I don't think he's a robot, though, BC. I think he's human, because he never has to charge, and he eats food. So
that's right. He does eat food.
You know, I think he's just one of those stupid things where, like, he's just sitting in the fucking... Yeah, he's just sitting in the dark, covered in a blanket like an idiot, but he's fine. You know, beyond a couple of stupid things, which I'll talk about later, I really liked it. I shockingly thought it was a good movie, and I liked that the script was smart. When a character would do something stupid, another character would reference it or talk about it in a way that's like, oh wow, that was a genuine reaction. That wasn't like, oh, throwaway gag. You know, the mother has like kind of an abusive asshole boyfriend. Yeah. And she's not an idiot mom. She knows the guy's not good, and she treats him like, whatever. I mean, you know, I don't know, even who knows how they met, but the way she treats and reacts to the other character feels very genuine to me. Everybody gets an arc. Everybody gets some kind of story resolution. This could have been a pile of shit, but it looks really good. It's shot really well, and it genuinely feels like a movie. And then when I saw Wild Eye in the beginning, I'm like, oh, fucking Wild Eye, this is gonna be garbage. And it's not. It was actually a charming little movie. I you know, unfortunately it doesn't fit here because there's no real killing or gore. It's not a horror movie. Right. But that's not our fault. It's the fault of the people who were promoting it and selling it as a scary movie. I think if you go in thinking, oh man, let's get drunk and have popcorn and watch Baby Frankenstein, and then you're essentially watching, like, you know, fucking Rain Man, then I think you'll be disappointed. You know, I think you'll be sort of like, what the fuck is this? But don't go in with those expectations. Think 90s era Disney Channel Halloween special, Halloween Town. Yeah, you will love it. You will love it. No. All right, those are my opening thoughts. TC, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. It did have that kind of feel to it. I thought the boyfriend, though, it was too... I just couldn't believe that the kind of person the mom would ever be with a guy like that, because the guy was so completely, like, not the kind of person that you'd think that she... So I didn't really buy that, even though I know, some people get involved with some other people that, they find out later on they're different. But this guy was like so totally like such a douche, and she seems like such a good-hearted person. I didn't believe that, but I agree. I mean, it was not a nice movie for what it was. I did like the main actor, how he acted. Like he was a good actor. I think he didn't do much. I think a lot of these actors haven't done too much. I did find it kind of weird though. The neighbor, he kind of befriended the son, and when they were during that Halloween period, and he says how he's gonna be dating his mom, and they might be bumping uglies later. I'm like, what? That was very out of line, but I didn't expect that. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I probably wouldn't really watch it again, but it's definitely misleading. That poster looks like I was thinking like it was gonna be like a Head of the Family kind of movie, one of those things.
Right.
So one of those creature features kind of things. But it was pretty decent for what it was. It was pretty decent. It does have that boy meets monster, meets girl, become friends. They go on a little crazy adventure kind of deal. Yeah, it was okay, I guess.
I know you hated it, but
I don't hate it. I just wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have seen it on my own. Like I was like, oh, Baby Frankenstein, no thanks. It just the title sounds so stupid, and then the movie's like whatever. But the guy, I think his name is Rance Nix, who plays the Frankenstein character. He's actually in a series on Peacock now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some family that inherits like a winery or something. I don't know, but yeah. But everybody else is
Frankenstein in it.
Yeah, he looks exactly like that. Eating candy under bridges. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shocking little movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you brought up the dad, whatever, not the dad, the neighbor.
The neighbor, yeah.
The neighbor guy, I was like, okay, he's a friendly neighbor guy. But towards the end of the movie, this isn't really talking spoilers. Towards the end, he starts to give off like serial killer vibes. Like, oh yeah, come on over. I have a Halloween party. Everybody comes. Come on over. I'll decorate your house. Here, have a drink. I made this special for you. Like, it totally feels like, he's going to tie her up and cut her face off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's going to feed her to the dog or something. Like,
yeah.
And nobody ended up going to the party, right?
Well,
nobody.
The mom showed up.
No party.
Yeah, it was just the mom and, yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Really strange fucking guy, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was trying to be nice and trying to get laid. But, yeah, you don't tell the son, I'm going to fuck your mom tonight.
Yeah, that seemed out of character. Because like, it was weird. It was like, what would he say that? And he's a nice guy, so it's kind of weird that he'd say that. Oh, okay.
Very strange. Yeah. Baby fucking Frankenstein, man. What a shock. Okay, BC, closing thoughts and ratings.
All right. I thought it was a fun little movie. I'm gonna give it 3.5 coffins. The blood, the breast, and the beasts are all gonna be zero because for me, beasts is supposed to be a menace, like something evil and an antagonist. So that would be 0. But if you look at it another way and consider beasts, just if there's a beast in the movie, I guess maybe Frankenstein could be maybe like a 3 as a monster. He was pretty cool looking. He wasn't annoying, which was good. Like at first I thought he would be, but he wasn't.
Right.
I ended up liking him. Let me see. I think this would be a good movie to watch with your kids if you have kids. It's a perfect Halloween kids movie. It's well, except for the weird neighbor, and I thought this was, for me, one of the crazy scenes was the boyfriend of the mom. When he goes into the shower of the son, he's taking a shower and he's naked, and he opens up and
what is it? He says, "Guys do that. Guys do this. Guys do this.
Yeah.
They don't."
He says, "Guys do this. Guys don't do this." That was kind of really
Yeah.
weird. And then he
And then
has,
his creepy friend.
yeah, his creepy friend. The boyfriend
Yeah.
has his creepy friend that's kind of quiet most of the time.
What was it that the son
But
says the boyfriend's boyfriend?
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought that was, it had some quirky stuff in it,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I thought it was okay. So
Mhm.
3.5 coffins. The Blood, Breath, and the Beast 0 because it's not a horror movie.
Mhm.
But if you have kids, watch it with your kids. Yeah.
All right, watch it with your kids. There you go. I think that fits. There's two things that I think I have issues with. Not really big, but the soundtrack was a little annoying because it was always
Oh.
garage
Yeah.
bands, and like over and over again, blah 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 blah, and it just felt like I get you're going for a vibe, and you're capturing it, but it's a little too much. I felt like it needed more music, and not songs.
No, and the thing is, I felt the same. I felt that it's almost as if when they played the music, they were trying to, I don't know if to say fill a void or something, because like they would put music and loud in scenes that it wouldn't even be needed and necessary,
Yeah.
but it's like almost like to fill a void or to add some more substance to the scene. It's like, and it just seemed out of place to me. That's one thing that also threw me from the movie a bit. I'm like, why are you doing this? You know?
Yeah. The other thing is, it's just again, it's a small negative, really. Well, maybe three things. I think there needed to be something more to the movie. It almost felt like a hangout movie, and I think maybe it sort of was going for that kind of,
Vibe.
dazed and confused with a dwarf kind of, just a hangout kind of movie where it's just people existing with no real kind of goal.
Right.
Because there really is no real a plot beyond everybody's looking for baby Frankenstein, and these two teenagers are just kind of hanging out with it. I feel like it needed something else, a little more of a threat, to kind of juice it a bit.
Yeah, because Andre Gower's part, you figure that it's only these 200 guys that are after them, and then this Gower's role, you figured he would have like a team after it, or I don't know. But then again, it's a little thing, so why are you gonna have a team? But
Yeah.
like something more, like to get him, and it's like really, it's like only just this family and the neighbor, and that's it. It's like,
Yeah,
that's it.
if it wasn't charming, then it would be boring, and I think
Right.
it needed something else. Another thing, it felt like a sequel, and it felt like we had missed something. Because I was gonna mention Andre Gower in a minute, but he comes in, he goes, "Oh, my dad built whatever, I forgot the name of the Jeremiah, I think they call him, to help the world or whatever." So I feel like, there's a big leap from, building this whatever it is, bringing this creature to life, and then just it randomly shows up in somebody's fucking attic, just
Yeah,
just hanging out.
they might have needed some kind of like a flashback scene, or maybe if you should have started in the past kind of thing, just to fill that
Yeah.
hole, like a little bit of a little bit more of a background, not just exactly like, oh yeah, my uncle or grandfather or whatever built this guy and left him in his attic and locked him there.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
think we
it.
needed some kind of backstory, because he just literally just did show him in the attic. Oh, here
Yeah.
he is. Oh, and he's fine,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna eat my head. So I guess we're friends.
Yeah.
I feel like we needed a little something more there. That was a little odd to me. I do like, as you mentioned, Andre Gower is in here.
Yeah.
You would know him as, what the fuck? Come on. He is, of course, the leader of the Monster Squad, and somebody that I've grown to know and interview here on the channel. Really nice guy, and it's nice to see him working again, even if it is in stuff like Baby Frankenstein. But it looks like he's got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Oh, Robo Dracula. There you go. There you go. So he's doing his thing. But that's the only name in this movie is Andre Gower, and he unfortunately he's barely in the movie. You know,
Right.
it's like he's only there for a couple, maybe what would you say, 10 minutes altogether.
And even when he's there,
little bit more,
it
a
feels
little
like
bit
such a
more.
minimalistic. Even though it should be a bigger role because he's connected to this thing, but he feels almost very like minimalized, like a very minimalistic role
Yeah.
because he's there either surveilling, and then when he's not surveilling and he has an actual scene with someone, a couple of sentences here and there, very almost mysterious, but not really. I don't know, and that's it. I guess it's like one of those things they figured, oh, we were able to get a bit of a name. Let's throw him in there, but he's
Yeah,
almost throwaway, even though he shouldn't be.
I agree. There's one scene with him which stands out as very bizarre to me. He's meeting with the two hunter guys, you know, the whatever, the asshole boyfriend and his
Oh, yeah.
The
And his
pizza shop.
boyfriend.
yeah, they meet at a pizza shop.
Yeah.
Now, Andre Gower has a cup of coffee with him, and he's
Yeah.
drinking coffee.
Yeah.
As soon as the guys sit down, the waitress comes over with a big thing of pizza. She goes, "Okay, guys, here's your pizza." And the guys are like, "Oh, great." And they start eating. I'm like, "What the fuck? Who
Yeah.
ordered this pizza? Are you telling me that Andre Gower's drinking coffee and eating pizza? What a fucking maniac. Who does that shit? The guy's a serial killer." I'm like, God, what the hell?
Pizza and coffee.
It wasn't them. They just fucking got there. So where did this pizza come from? And they're like, "Oh, we're going to take it to go." What the fuck? That's the one that makes 0 sense to me.
I think that probably is the same reason that we didn't get like some kind of, like whatchamacallit, a flashback scene or whatever with the creature and the history. That scene and the creature scene were just cut out completely and somewhere on the cutting room floor, but there's an explanation as to that. We'll never know. We'll never know.
It's in the DVD. There's a whole featurette about what happened.
It's on the
Who
beta.
ordered pizza? It was the same guy who made Baby Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Anyway, okay, so on my letterbox, I gave this 4 stars.
Oh shit. Okay.
Thinking about it now, I think that may be too high.
No.
But this is just like right after seeing it and being like, man, I really liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah, that high, yeah.
So I'm gonna say 3 coffins for this one. I think it's definitely worth a watch. It's not really worth a watch. Don't go out of your way. But if
look at the
if
poster.
you're being kidnapped. I mean, yeah, this is the poster that they should have gone with. This is definitely more in keeping with the movie.
No, that one the other one that you showed that I don't think happens with the balloon. That one is probably a little bit more on the nose, but yeah, that first one, as neat as it is, that one feels like a full moon kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah,
like, it's definitely going to be like a freaky, that one. That's like a full moon poster, but it's completely misleading for sure. I mean, in more ways than one, So that clown isn't in the freaking movie either. So I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately. Plastic Static says you dip the pizza crust into the coffee like a scone. Maybe you dip that coffee, and no one else does that shit. But hey, you do you, Plastic Static. All right, so 3 coffins and 0 for the rest of it, because no blood, breasts, or beasts in the film. I mean, I would have liked to see maybe Frankenstein's balls, but maybe that's just me.
What?
Do you see, would you have liked that if all of a sudden, like, you see, like, a shower and there's, like, close-ups of his junk?
And the boyfriend goes, guys do this.
Yeah,
Oh, man. All right. TC, go ahead. Final thoughts and rating.
I had my thoughts before going into this. Kind of got re-inspired, kind of just like you did during talking about it. I think I'm gonna give it. I'm definitely gonna still the same 0 with a triple B because really there isn't anything there. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it 2 coffins just to be generous because there are things I like. The idea of it I like. That whole feeling of that goosebumpy, just like you said, that feeling is cool. I like it, of course. But the movie itself was kind of lackluster, just to put it simply. It's kind of lackluster for me. So I'll give it 2 coffins though. I'll be generous.
Two coffins for Baby Frankenstein, which I think is a pleasant surprise. Like, this is a movie that BC you could watch with your mom. Like it's one of those kind of very kind of safe, fun movies.
Yeah.
All right, Baby Frankenstein, that'll do, pig. We're moving on, and final movie will be mine. And I guess all we have left is what the hell? Is to talk about BC's pick, Absurdo by Joe D'Amato, written by George Eastman, which is very interesting. This is, we just talked about a movie that was basically E.T., and you know what this one is? Halloween. 100%.
Yeah. I thought that while I was watching, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's 100% a Halloween clone. Crazy maniac we know nothing about, wanders around killing people, goes to a hospital. There's a doctor, and then instead of a Dr. Loomis, we have a priest who's tracking him down. Hey, we gotta find this guy. He's violent. The guy's in the hospital. He's on the run, and he just randomly goes to this house for no reason and starts killing people. It's Halloween.
Actually, there is a reason why he goes to the house.
Oh, okay. What is the reason?
Because the dad kind of has a hit and run accident when he bumps into him, and then later when he's at the house, he notices the car that hit him, and that's why he terrorizes the people in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
absurd.
I had not picked up on that.
That's absurd.
Yeah, because there's a scene where after the dad clips him, he falls to the ground, but he's okay. But then later on, when he's wandering around town, he sees the car, and there's a flashback, and it's really quick. If you blink, you miss it, and then he decides to go terrorize the people in the house.
Ah, okay.
But the thing is, he returns back to that house because he returns
originally. Yeah, originally he's just running away from the priest.
Right.
Yeah, so he just kind of it just coincidentally it's the same house he was at the beginning of the movie.
It's the only house next to the hospital.
Basically. Look, the movie has a very, very, very little plot. That's basically all it is. It's Halloween, and it's gory as hell. And I don't think anybody can argue that it's absolutely gorier than Halloween because Halloween has zero blood.
True.
Yeah.
Joe D'Amato is I think he's a good filmmaker. I've seen mostly more of his porn work than I've seen his horror work. And by that I mean like the softcore stuff like the Emmanuels and things like that. I think I've seen one or two of his like zombie movies or whatever. But they all blend together, to be honest. This one, for a while, and maybe BC can clear this up, he might know a little more. I thought this was considered a sequel to Anthropophagus. Is that true, BC?
It's very similar, and they share some of the same ideas. Like, for example, in Anthropophagus, George Eastman plays both monster men in both movies, Absurd and Anthropophagus. And in Anthropophagus, it's an island in Greece, and in this movie, the monster guy, he's from Greece. So it has similarities. I think the filmmakers played around with that, but it's not technically it's not a sequel to Anthropophagus.
It's almost like a spiritual sequel, almost.
Yeah, like it has some similarities.
Yeah.
But well, I don't want to ruin it, but that's as much as I could say. But yeah, without giving away any spoilers.
Is it just me though? That little kid in the movie, as annoying as he is, why is he dressed like Little Orphan Annie?
I don't know.
Is it just me? Did you notice that his outfit?
He's he's badass, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why he's dressed like that. Yeah, they're not related, but I 100%. I like this better than Anthropophagus because I feel that
Mm.
movie takes a long time to get going. But this one I feel
It
hits
kicks
the
off right
ground.
away.
I
Yeah,
like them
yeah.
both.
And
The thing about Anthropophagus is it's 100% a mood film, an atmospheric film.
Mm.
You
yeah,
it's all slow. It's meant to be like that on purpose.
Hmm.
This movie has more vibing action and stuff like that, and great kills.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Brent Madison says, Absurd was a first time watch, picked up through 88 films. Really like this one. It's a Halloween ripoff, but a good one. Yeah, I think definitely he watched Halloween and be like, we can make it. We could do that, but just have more killings.
Let's
And
do it
I
this one with
like
no
how
mask.
I like how it's obviously it's an Italian production and it's in Italy, but they
Mm.
make it Americanized by saying, hey, what's the most American thing you can come up with? The Super Bowl. So they make it the movie's going on during the Super Bowl night where the kids' parents are at a friend's house watching the Super Bowl.
yeah,
So
yep.
yeah,
And like, well, I guess it's Italy, so well, or not, but they would be watching the Super Bowl like at like fucking midnight or whatever the hell they were doing.
right, right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
opening thoughts. Yeah, it's a Halloween ripoff, but it's a damn fun movie.
Yep.
And it certainly does not spare the gore. The characters are for shit, but you know we're not there for dramatic storytelling.
Right.
We're there for the blood and guts, and it delivers that. It also manages to, you know, give us quite a bit of suspense with this character right here, who is
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened to her, but whatever it is, it's
I don't
not that
remember.
serious because she was perfectly fine towards the end of the movie, running around and shit.
Yeah.
Like an hour ago, your neck was in this thing,
Yeah.
and now you're fine.
She was she was strapped to the bed like a serial killer or something, like they keeping her in there, and then she's like, boom, she can just fly out of it.
Speaking of serial killers, her fucking dad looks scary as hell. Look at this. Like,
Yeah.
He looks like a
like
crazy
like
clock maker or something like that.
fucking pissed off scientist. Yeah, opening thoughts, solid movie, and I think one that definitely belongs in the Splatter Hall of Fame. Let's go to C for your opening thoughts. Ooh, we lost TC. BC, we'll go for your opening thoughts.
I thought this movie has great kills. My favorite kill is the oven, the one concerning the oven kill.
Yeah,
It has good blood, and I love George Eastman. I think I've seen him in maybe not that many. He's done quite a bit, but I've seen him in like 3 or 4 films, and he never disappoints. And in this movie, since it's likened to Halloween, he doesn't talk. He just his facial expressions say it all.
right.
So I thought, and he's menacing. I don't know how tall he is in real life, but he's a tall, intimidating looking motherfucker, you know. So if you see him late at night, I'd be scared. What else? I think that's pretty much it. You said it all already. It is pretty much a Halloween ripoff, a good one, and great kills. Oh, the girl that's in the bed with the traction.
Yeah,
I guess she had some sort of spinal cord injury, and that traction is supposed to help her recuperate. I thought that was freaky looking and scary. Like if I was in a car accident, I wouldn't want to end up in one of those contraptions.
Yeah.
And that's
No,
a
for
great
sure.
shot of George Eastman right there. His crazy smile.
Yep.
He definitely carries. He carries the film. You know, I can't see the absurd monster man played by anybody else other than
Sorry,
George
guys, had some
Eastman.
technical difficulties.
All right.
It's
So
all good.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, great film. I've seen it like 3 times already. Not recently, but like throughout. Um.
Did you watch this one first, or did you watch Anthropophagus first?
Oh, I saw Anthropophagus first.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Plastic Static says, Absurd is my wife's favorite D'Amato film. It's my second favorite after Beyond the Darkness. Yeah, that's another one
Beyond
that's
the Darkness is good.
pretty messed up. What do you like better, BC?
That's a good question. I think I like them both the same. I can't decide because they're different films. I think they're equal in my opinion. They're
In your
equal.
opinion.
I can't pick one over the other. I just can't. Yeah, I like them both.
Gotcha. All right, great. All right, TC, opening thoughts on Absurd.
I'd never heard of this movie before. First time watching it, I did enjoy it for sure. I've never seen that Anthropophagus movie. I've heard of it and I've seen pictures. And when I saw the main guy, I'm like, he looks familiar. And I go, wait a second, it is the guy from the same movie. But I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. Like you said, it takes off running from the very beginning. Never boring. Totally gory for sure.
Yeah.
It was much more enjoyable than maybe Frankenstein. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure. I thought it was kind of interesting or funny. I guess the priest, he says he serves God through biochemistry. He's like the Mr. Wizard of Catholicism or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like when he said that, I'm like, biochemistry. And what's the deal with all these movies that they do? Like someone comes up with some kind of serum or experiment that is going to make someone like a superhuman or whatever, immortal, and they go, let's test it on a psycho. Why don't you just test it on a regular person? No, let's test it on a serial killer. Let's give it, and because like you test it on a regular person, if it works, great. If it doesn't, they signed a waiver, no big deal. No, let's test it on a serial killer. Oh, look, it works. Oh, crap. You know, it's like, what the hell? But no, the movie was definitely good. I totally enjoyed it.
BC, if let's say you were a scientist and you were gonna test out some serum, and this guy walked up to you and goes, "Give it to me," would you say yes?
I'd give it to him, man. Yeah, I would just want to be far away from him because that guy's scary looking, man.
But
He's still alive, I think, right?
No, I think he passed away. Is he alive?
I don't know.
Oh, he did? I think he's still alive.
I think he might be still alive because he did some stuff for Severin recently. Unless it was like.
Oh, okay.
No, still with us. Let's see.
I'm not too familiar with him. He's done a lot of stuff. Is he like really known in this world of Italian horror and stuff like that?
Italian horror. Look at this.
Italian horror.
We had to keep an eye out for that. Anthropophagus 2.
I thought there was a sequel to that movie.
Well, technically, Absurd was supposed to be. At least that's what it was credited as. But this is the real deal. All right. Oh, it's on fucking Tubi. Oh, well, we know what we're watching next month.
Is this a modern one or just an old one?
This is from 2022.
Wow.
It can't be good.
I mean, you know, it's probably not, but we'll give it the good old toot. Sorry, what else do you have to say there?
No, I mean, I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it because when I saw this poster, I'm like, oh, it's going to be one of those weird ass movies. I didn't know if it was going to be up my alley, but completely pleasantly surprised because I really did enjoy it. I really did.
Great. Well, I'm glad to hear that
Yeah.
it's universally thumbs up. My final thoughts on it. I think if you haven't seen it, absolutely go find it. I think it's we saw it on the Full Moon streaming, but it might be. Well, let's see. It might be on Tubi.
It is. I saw
Uh,
it on Tubi. It's on Tubi. At least it
okay.
was when I saw it. I
So
mean, I don't know.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Yes, sir.
Tubi.
Tubi.
Give it a try. It's a lot of fun. If you like Halloween, I think you will dig it, and you like, especially if you like Italian splatter, you will enjoy it. It definitely delivers the goods. It's all about the kills, and that's really all it should be about. My favorite are the
Mhm.
drill to the temple and the pickaxe through the face. That was some pretty damn good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
good. Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know, I think
Well, my favorite
it's
my favorite kill was the oven. TC, what was your favorite kill?
Well, I have to agree with MC. Those two were definitely great. It's funny you said the oven because I was about to say that oven scene was an interesting one,
Hmm.
but it felt like it was really prolonged. It's like, all right,
Yeah, it was.
come on,
well, it
come on,
takes a
and then
long time to heat
but
up an oven. You know, it doesn't cook immediately. You know.
right, but see, I wasn't sure what he was trying to do. If he was trying to stick her head in the actual fire or what, but I realized what he was trying to do. But it felt like I thought it was gonna end at a certain point, and like 20 minutes later is when he finally finished. But
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah.
to me,
One part that I thought I don't think
that
it.
person didn't
Huh?
even die. That person didn't even die by the oven, so it doesn't really count
No,
for me.
right, right,
Mm.
yeah.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say, TC?
Well, that it was kind of this scene that you see in the picture here with when he gets struck in the eyes. It shouldn't have been that difficult to have gotten away from the guy, and there was a point where the girl could have totally left the house, probably gone 6 blocks down, but she didn't for some reason. But I like that scene though because it's it was pretty freaky. The guy's trying to chase her and stuff, and he can't see anything. I like that.
I wonder because that feels like something 1981. That feels like something right out of Halloween too.
Yeah, he gets stabbed in the eye. Yeah. Wait, in
1981.
the first no, in the
Same.
first one he gets stabbed in the eye.
No, he gets stabbed in the neck, and then in the second one he gets like shot in the eyes, and
He
then
gets
he's
shot
like
in the
bleeding.
eyes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
maybe they saw Halloween 2 as well. And like, oh, we can do that. Although maybe not, because it was the same year. But close enough anyway. Solid movie. It delivers what you want. I'm gonna give it 4 coffins. It's leaning into a 5. But it's also the fact that it's not original kind of works against it. That it is very much a Halloween movie.
Mhm.
Like if the guy were wearing a Michael Myers mask, it would be a Halloween movie, 100%. So yeah,
Yeah.
4 coffins from me. Blood 5. Breasts. I don't remember there being nudity.
No, there wasn't.
So
I
I
don't think
guess
so.
yeah 0,
Mhm.
which is weird because Italian you would expect it's all over the place. And then
Mhm.
Beast 5 because yes, I agree with BC. He's a creepy mofo. And now I'm gonna
Yeah.
blow up a giant poster of this and put it in BC's house. So when he opens the door, this is staring at him.
No, no way, man. Crazy.
That'd be amazing. All right, so that's it for my version of absurd. TC. Actually,
Actually,
no, BC. It's because we went in that order now. So
Oh,
BC,
right, yeah,
go ahead,
yeah.
give your final.
All right. I think I'm gonna give it 4.5 coffins overall because it was excellent. This is probably the third time I've seen this movie. I saw it a long time ago, and I still had a lot of fun watching it. Blood, probably a 5, pretty much the same as Master Chaos. Uh, Breast 0 and Beast definitely 5. If I could give it a 6, I would. Because this guy is amazing, creepy. I wonder what he's like in person. Like people that have met him. If anybody's met him in the chat, let me know. Cause man, I wonder if he's a nice guy in person. I hope he is. You know.
Well,
It's funny. It's like a lot of people say like,
yeah, I was gonna say most horror
What?
people are incredibly kind and gentle people. At least
Yeah.
that's been my my experience. That they're not these horrible things. But you hear bad things about like comedians. Like mostly comedians are awful people in real life. So it's weird. But I'm sure
That's
sure he's a really nice guy, and the fact that he's very appreciative that he has people that remember his movies. But all right, there you go. Absurd. Good choice. Definitely one that belongs in the Splatter Hall of Fame. Okay, TC.
You can just copy and paste what you said for me because I agree with everything you said. Those are exactly the scores I was going to give it.
Wait, but I said 4 and BC said 4.5. So...
No, you. I said you. I'm
okay.
saying, yeah. I was thinking that the 4, yeah, exactly what you gave it is exactly what I was same train of thought.
Nice. Look, it's like that kid screaming. I'm gonna put that in your house, TC. Just cut that out and
Kick
put
right
it
in
on
the
the
face.
wall. That'd be weird to have a collection of Italian little kids, like the autographs. I mean, not like not like keeping children in
a collection. Yeah, that would be weird. Keeping a collection of Italian little kids. Come on, Benito. Come on, Pepe.
Of autographs of kids from horror. There's this guy. There's Bob from House by the Cemetery, and I don't know if these guys. I don't know if there's honestly if there's any conventions in Italy. There might be, but they had to come over and do some shows here in the U.S. All right, there
and
you
that little
go.
kid from Burial Ground. I mean,
oh man,
ugly guy.
He will have a line around the fucking block. There you go.
You think so?
Peter Bark is in your attic under a sheet. Great. That's what we wanted. That would be a horror movie. Mommy, I want to drink. Fucking hell. All right, that was episode 5. Not bad. So okay, we usually take a while to pick our next movies, but what do you think, BC? Do you want to do Anthro 2?
Yeah. If it's on Tubi, like you checked and it was, we could. The bad thing would be, you know how Tubi sometimes pulls their movies off the site. Eventually, I hope it stays up till next month. But I would like to watch Anthropophagus 2, definitely. Yeah.
Right. All right. So potentially we're doing Anthropophagus 2. And there's a movie I potentially want us to watch. I'm gonna get you guys' take on it. It's a movie I just discovered, and it's called Halloween Pussy Trap Kill.
Jesus. Why do you want to watch that? What?
Richard Grieco.
What entices you?
Richard Grieco is in it.
He's in it? Okay.
So it's gotta be good, right? Richard Grieco's in it.
I mean, depending on what you're talking about, but I don't know about me. I guess. Yeah, you want to see that one?
What do you think, BC? Halloween Pussy Trap?
I'd watch it. I'm not a big fan of horror comedies unless they're done well. But I'd watch whatever. I'd watch it.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be good, but I think it'll certainly be interesting, especially because we're getting ready for Halloween. So maybe we'll save it for the Halloween episode. I don't know, but that just crossed my mind, and I go, maybe we'll do that. We shall see. TC, do you have any idea what you might want to bring to the table next time?
I don't. I think so, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up first, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Like that, what you just showed right now, kind of brought a thought to my mind. So I can't right now. I can't remember the name exactly, but I can track it down somehow, and I'll let you know if you think it's worth putting it in there. Yeah.
Okay. So as many pussy films as you can find. Sounds
It's not
great.
a pussy film.
Yeah, that's all right. You don't have to be into pussy films. That's fine, man. All right. Let's call it a day. This has been a wild ride into bizarre cinema. Pleasant discoveries overall. I think winner of the episode in terms of movie, probably absurd. But Baby Frankenstein close second as kind of a pleasant surprise. BC, what was your favorite of the three?
Absurd. Absurd was my favorite of the three.
Okay. TC, what was your favorite?
I'm a little torn because I definitely did like Absurd. I was pleasantly surprised by it, but at the same time, I'm a little biased because I had chosen Hell House and I had seen it. And I did already kind of like that one, but given the surprise factor, I'll give it to Absurd, just because I wasn't expecting. I wasn't sure what to expect, I should say. So
Gotcha.
I like Absurd. Yeah.
All right. So one vote for Baby Frankenstein. Great.
Nope.
Oh,
Absurd was
man.
my favorite, but Baby Frankenstein was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
So, it gets
Yeah,
that.
it was indeed. What do you guys have going on? We're at the beginning of the month here. We usually do this at the beginning of every month. What do you got going on this month? Anything interesting? Until we meet again.
Well,
No, I mean,
no. Go ahead, TC.
go. No, go. Please go. That's fine.
Okay. I've been watching My 600-Pound Life on HBO Max. I like seeing the struggles. I like seeing the people that triumph, and then the
Yeah.
people that are just lazy and don't give a fuck about losing weight.
So like both
It's
ends of
an
the spectrum, right?
it's an interesting show, but I'm
Mhm.
kind of sad that I kind of almost finished with the series. I think I have one episode left. I've seen all the seasons, so that's what I've been
There's other
watching.
shows like
But
that.
yeah, yeah, but not exactly like that. Doctor Now is awesome.
Well, okay.
Like
Well,
500 Pound Life is about the same 600 pounds.
enjoy watching your giant people show. TC, what are you up to? Are you finally doing the Halloween stuff at Home Depot?
That's what I was gonna say. I think we're gonna be starting it soonish, so we're already starting to receive things. So yeah, hopefully I'll be building things.
Yay!
Cool.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, maybe I can
love
take one
it.
home. Maybe I can send you one if you want.
You should, well, I mean, do you get a like an employee discount? You do, right?
No, it's kind of weird. We get no, we don't get any discounts.
That's fucking lame. Quit that shit right
I really
now.
wouldn't buy anything there. I wouldn't. I mean, it's like, how often am I gonna want to buy a hammer or something? And I don't,
No, you're the
I don't care.
biggest tool there is.
It
So
doesn't
you
matter.
don't need one.
Oh.
All right. We'll talk off air. But as for me, I've got Voyage returning on the 7th actually. So in a couple days, we shall be
Yep.
back. We're gonna be on Lady Shasha's channel, and we are doing oh boy, Howling 3 and Curse of the Queer Wolf, which I think it's about a guy who gets bitten by a transsexual. I think that's what it's about.
What?
But then, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But that's what it looks like. But anyway, that will
There you
be
go, Baby Frankenstein.
I'm excited for that. Well, no, not everything can be as great as Baby Frankenstein,
Right.
which would changes the game. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing the rest of this month, and hopefully, if I have time, I do owe you all a review for Volume 1 of David the Rock Nelson's films, which I've
Mm.
finished the disc, and I have my notes, and so I can discuss all that. Unfortunately, it's hard to do reviews on YouTube anymore because you can't always show footage.
Mm.
You get demonetized for the stupidest things, so it's hard to do that.
Wow.
But I'll find time to do that, and I may do something for the Bruce Lee box set, but it's too big to just kind of do quickly because it takes a long time to get through 15 movies of lookalikes punching people. But eventually something will materialize. But for then, gentlemen, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.
All right, man.
Bye.
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?